Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year, Happy 2020. Today we are going to dive into my goals for the new year and the beginning of this new decade. I'm so stinking excited because I love goal planning and I just love the vision that a new year brings. I know that January 1st is such an arbitrary date and it doesn't really mean anything, but especially with the new decade starting, it kind of feels like it has a bigger it has more weight than it normally does. And so I'm just really excited to get the I almost said get the gun rolling. What? Apparently I've been out of practice for a little bit too long. You will have to forgive me. This is my first time sitting down in front of a camera in like, oh, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks, because that's the way that the end of the year went for me. So bear with me as I struggle my way through talking through this video. Oh my word. Okay, here we go. Goals. Let's talk about goals. As you guys know, I use the Cultivate What Matters power sheets as my goal planner. I just love the way this is laid out. I've talked about it on my channel time and time again. If you're interested in what's inside the power sheets, I do have an entire video of what's inside blank, completely unwritten in, but now this bad boy has gotten filled up, or at least the first part has gotten filled up, because this is a planner that lasts all year long. So I wanted to walk you through today what my goals for 2020 are. The way the power sheets work, it lets you have 8 different goals. You can plan them however you want and whatever. If you have specific categories, they have category suggestions, or you can do whatever the heck you want with them. But what you do is you pick one big picture goal, and then each of the 8 big picture goals get 3 mini goals. So you got big picture goal, 3 mini goals, and then each mini goal has what I'm calling a micro goal, but they actually label it as like a starting step. I took that as, instead of being like, this is what you have to do to get started, the way I have things divided out, it's kind of like big picture goal, little goals that go under that umbrella, and then little things I can do within that that mini goal. Does that make sense? Probably not, but we're gonna go with it. Big goal, mini goal, micro goals. That's what we're gonna go with. So let's dive right in with my first of 8 goals. So here we go. This is the goals at a glance page. All 8 are on there. You can't see the text really, but you can see the colored flags. Yes, yes. Color coded, like I said. And then after you have that page, you have the individual goal breakdown pages that you're not gonna be able to see really at all. Can you see that? So this is all for one goal. Let's jump in with goal number 1. Goal number 1 is to cultivate an exceptional marriage. That is my big picture goal. It is a goal that I'm going to have every year from now until the day I die, because this is a very, very important goal to me, and it is something that you need to continually work on. You can't just wake up one day and be like, well, there, I've done it. I've completed the have an exceptional marriage thing, moving on. This is something you have to keep working towards constantly. Therefore, it's always going to be a goal of mine. Every goal asks a couple of questions, so I thought I would share my answers to the questions for you. So the goal is to cultivate an exceptional marriage. Why? Because my marriage is kind of a big deal. Like, it is the thing in my life. It is the number 1 outside of God. My marriage is my number 1, and it is, I need a good marriage. Everything else will be okay, or if it's not, it will seem okay as long as my marriage is okay. The positive effect taking action on this goal may have on me and others. I mean, having an exceptional marriage is an amazing thing. It is a good example to other people, and it is an amazing thing for my husband and I to have. What is at stake if I don't make this goal? Literally my marriage. So there's that. And then I asked you to brainstorm ideas. I just dove right in. So the 3 mini goals that I came up with, it actually took me a while, because I was like, I don't know how I want to approach this, and I kind of talked it over with my husband, and we have some other ideas. I'm going to share with you my 3 mini goals. And the first one is to take one romantic vacation. Now, we have a couple of trips planned, and my husband only gets so much time off of work. So this romantic vacation might actually just be us going downtown and staying in a hotel overnight. The whole point is to do something that has nothing to do with family. Our big vacation of the year is going to be a cruise, but we are going on that cruise with my husband's parents and his sister and her boyfriend. So we will have plenty of time to have romantic moments, but it's not like there are people we know and we're going to be hanging out with the whole trip. So it's not a romantic vacation, it's a family vacation. So we want to make sure that we take at least one instance That's get out of our normal, because we're very routine-oriented people. We need to get out of our normal in order to take the special designated, this is a romantic vacation time, even if it's just an overnight thing downtown. So we want to do that. And to do that, the mini goals are very simple. We're going to plan it, we're going to schedule it, and we're going to do it. Like, that's all it is. It's going to happen. We don't know when, but it's going to happen. Mini goal number 2, I debated on this. I really did. I'm like, do I want to make it this simple? But yeah, I actually do. And that is to continue weekly date nights. And that is something that we have been doing ever since Rachel and Dave Hollis talked about it on their podcast. And we're like, you know what? We should really do that. And so we have been doing pretty well. December was a little bit messed up, but usually we do weekly date nights. And a couple of the things we're striving for underneath weekly date nights is, instead of just being like, oh, it's date night and sitting at home and watching TV together, because sometimes that has happened. And I'm not saying it won't ever happen, but we want to make sure we are much more deliberate about it. We want to make it a couple times a month, where like once a month I plan a date night, once a month he plans a date night, and then the other 2 weeks of the month we plan together. And then we want to make sure that we incorporate special date nights, like not just going out to dinner or something, but maybe like going and checking out a new jazz club or something, or going to see a special show, or we're going to a hockey game soon. Like special dates that are just beyond dinner and maybe dessert or drinks or cuddling on the couch or whatever. Like, we want to take it a step further and just kind of reignite the excitement that date night could bring, instead of letting that just fall into routine. And then mini goal number 3, if you are related to me in any way, cover your ears, but it is just an intimacy goal, and it's, you know, trying to keep it as non-visual as possible. But it's an intimacy goal, because intimacy is a very important thing within a marriage. So we want to make sure that we also, we're very routine people. Oh my gosh. Like, as I'm thinking about it and thinking about our marriage, I'm like, dang, we are very routine people. We want to make sure we keep things fresh and exciting. So within that, we want to do things like, we have a certain number in mind, and I have a cute little checklist, because that's the kind of person I am. I know I'm completely ridiculous, but my husband's like, that's, you know, whatever it takes to get you excited about it, that's great. We have a number that's pretty high. It may or may not be a triple digit number. That's all you guys need to know. Yeah, that's about it. I have a question mark against Sexy September. I talked about that before. We may or may not do it again. If you want, let me know if feedback on doing Sexy September would be interesting to you, because we have some thoughts on that. For those of you who don't know, Sexy September is doing it every day in September. Anyway, moving on. Like, okay, it's a marriage goal. Like, full transparency. That is one of our marriage goals, because that is important, I think, we think, to a marriage. We want to keep things intimate. We want to keep things interesting and intimate, and we love each other, and we want to make sure we express that regularly. So, romantic vacation, regular date nights, and intimacy things. Marriage goal. Moving on. My health and fitness and wellness goal, I'm not going to take a deep dive into, because I actually did a whole video on it, which you guys probably have already seen. I'll link it right there for you. But my health and wellness goal for the year is to get into the best shape of my life. For all the details on what that means, including my weight loss goal and other goals that I have in mind for myself, head over to that video and you will get all the details. Goal number 3 has a cute little bright green sticker, and I have it written down as to get financially focused and be okay with frugality, be mindful of spending, and be a good steward of our finances. I am naturally a spender. That is what I like to do. I am not a saver. I am a spender. I am a liker of things, and that just is who I am. I accept that about myself, but I'm trying really hard to rein that in. And this year, I'm really focusing on that. I'm focusing on simplifying, using up what I have, no spends, and being much more frugal. Now, that's not to say that, like, I'm getting ready to go out and drop $1,200 on a brand new iPhone. That's like, I really am. That's gonna happen very, very soon. Watch out for it. My Instagram photo quality is gonna go up drastically real soon. So it's not that I'm cheap. It's that I'm frugal. My husband and I are very good at spending where it's important, and my husband's very good at not spending when it's not. So I'm trying to embrace a little bit more of his habits when it comes to money. Why? Because I have an amazing husband who is very financially savvy and smart and all that jazz, and I want to do well by him, because his money is what we're playing with here. It's our money. I know, I don't want that to come off wrong. It is his and my money. We share one bank account. We are completely joined except for my Diva and the Divine stuff is pulled out separately. But other than that, we are completely joined. I have total access to all of his finances. That's not what I meant. He is the breadwinner in the house. I am the housewife in the home. And therefore, the money that I spend, he earned. That being said, I want to make sure I'm doing right by him by being a good steward of our finances. The positive effect that this taking action on this goal would have would be more money. We can get out of student loan debt a little bit quicker. We can, save up for the big things in life. Eventually, I'm going to have to get a new car, pay off our mortgage faster, all of that stuff. And so that's just, I'm getting very excited by the thought of like paying off the last couple of things we have because we don't have very much debt at all. We have a student loan and it's his MBA loan, and we have our house, and that's it. And how cool would it be to not have either of those anymore? I mean, the house is a long time coming, but like the school loan thing, I'm way into the idea of paying that off real soon. So it's just, and the more you save, the less you spend, the better you are with your money, the more you have to play with. What's at stake if I don't do this goal? There's a lot at stake, including my husband's sanity. And that goes back to, cultivating an exceptional marriage. And then, so what I'm going to do, my action steps and my mini goals for this year. Diva and the Divine regularly contributes to the home. So I'm actually going to start taking of all the money I make every month, which is not a lot. Don't think it's a lot, because it's not. But whatever 100% of the month is, I'm going to take a percentage of that, the same percentage, regardless of what the number is, and that's going into home finances for us to do whatever we want with. So if it's going towards our technology or going to do an extra loan payment, whatever it is, that's going to go into the house's funds instead of staying in the Diva and the Divine bank account. Another thing that I am considering doing is like fronting some of the less expensive expenses. Like if we want to get Disney Plus or something, maybe I'll get it and throw it on my credit card or something. That way it doesn't come out of the household budget. Little things like, where could I help in a way that the normal budget doesn't get dinged by something? Maybe I refresh the Bath & Body Works soaps one time, or I do an extra grocery run or something like that. Mini goal number 2 is to lower my monthly spend on groceries. I have a very generous grocery budget, and while it is fine if I make that grocery budget, I want to see if I can, I'm going to challenge myself. I'm gamifying it and seeing how low I can clock in on that grocery budget. So we'll see. I'm already looking at the finances going, how can I do this and keep it real low the rest of this month? I'm actually really excited to try. It is a challenge and a game to myself to try and keep my grocery budget as low as humanly possible. And by groceries, we categorize groceries and general merchandise into one thing. So I have one budget that covers all food and laundry detergent and toilet paper and our allergy medication and razors and all that general merch stuff that you need to survive, that kind of stuff. Oh, and then my third mini goal was to clock in under budget every month. Shocker. And then mini goal number 3 is to do several no spends throughout the year. And January is actually one of them. I am on a no spend, and I'm going to do my darndest to not buy anything extra. And so far, we're 7 days in, and so far I've done okay. So we're gonna see if we can keep this going, but I wanna do several no spends throughout the year just to keep it interesting, just to, again, gamify and be like, can I get all of those check marks? Let's see what happens, because I don't need anything. A few ways I'm going to do that is I get no beauty purchases unless I run out of something. I have plenty, so my goal this year is to actually use up a lot of what I have, and I'm not going to purchase more unless I'm completely out. No clothing purchases until I am at my goal weight, because I have plenty of clothes that will work in the meantime, and I really love to shop for clothes, but I'm like, I have no reason to right now. I really just don't. So no beauty purchases, no clothing purchases, and I'm making a list. This is mini goal number 3. I'm making a list of rewards. So you can spend when, and when I hit goal is going to be one of them. The holiday season is one of them. So I'm making very deliberate spending choices throughout the year. Goal number 4 is Diva and the Divine is the biggest and best it's ever been. This is my baby, and I want to commit to making it even better and growing the community even more and giving even more content to you. And I'm very, very excited to do it. So my mini goals for this, I just kind of broke things down into categories. Mini goal 1 is YouTube. I'm going to continue to upload 3 videos a week. I'm trying really hard to get back on that schedule. It's getting very difficult, but I'm going to get there. By the end of the month, I'm going to get there. I have 3 new series that I want to plan and like, you know, like my new in food series. So I would love to hear from you. What sort of series would you guys like to see from me? Something that I can do maybe once a month or every couple of weeks or something, or once a quarter. So give me some series ideas down below because I want to start 3 new ones. I just don't know what they are yet. My grow goal under YouTube, number 3, is to continue my live streams into 2020. I'm so excited. Tonight is actually live stream night for me. Tonight, the day I'm filming this, not the day you're seeing this. And I'm so excited to get back to live streams. And so that's just something I want to continue during 2020 because I had such a great time doing it in 2019. For my blog, I want to post at least 1 blog post a week. Oh, please. Oh, please. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I want to schedule writing time into my day. So I actually have designated not just work time, but like this is where you open a writing document and just type. That's all you get to do is type and create content for your blog exclusively, so I want to schedule that. And then I want to work on my Pinterest strategy because Pinterest and blogging can kind of go hand in hand. It's harder with YouTube to utilize Pinterest, but with blogging, you can utilize Pinterest, and I'm very, very bad. Very bad about using Pinterest, so I just need to do that. And then social media goals, I have, like, other than post on social media, I want to actually take time every week to schedule some social media posts, and my goal is to have at least 1 professional photo shoot done this year because that would be fun. Why not? Goal number 5 is to launch a Diva and the Divine mentorship program. This is still in the beginning stages. It's something I feel so compelled to do and I just don't know what it looks like yet, but this year is the year I'm going to do it. It's something that is going to allow me to interact one-on-one or in a small group with a designated group of you. And I'm really excited about that idea to get to know some of you more personally, work with you on your goals, whether they be weight loss or life or whatever. I just think it would be really, really fun to have a mentorship program going. It would, of course, be more lucrative for me, but it would also allow me to engage with my community so much more. And I'm on fire for that idea. So I don't know what it's going to look like yet, but it's coming. It's coming. And the first mini goal underneath that is I have to research. I need to do my research and see if this is a viable option, see what options are out there, all that stuff. Number 2 is I have to create content for the silly thing. And then number 3 is I have to launch it. I have to actually hit the publish button and say, okay, guys, this is what's going to happen. One of the things that might happen before the actual mentorship program happens is a channel membership option, which means right here on YouTube, you will be able to subscribe for exclusive content, opportunities to interact with me a little bit more personally, live streams that would be just for members. Don't worry, nothing about my channel as it is right now will change. All of the content that I put out for free will still be free. This will be an opportunity for people who want to support me in another way to get a little bit more out of my channel while helping me out. Again, this is all in the beginning stages. I just found out about channel memberships and the fact that I was able to have them like 2 days ago. So I'm brainstorming about that, but I really have big dreams for the brand. Goal number 6 is to focus on personal development. And this is just such like a wide range thing that I just kind of have a couple of ideas underneath that umbrella. My mental personal development goals are to read 20 books in 2020. I want to try to at least daily, hopefully daily, but I don't know if it'll happen every day, but I want to work on more like puzzles, Sudoku, crosswords, things that start to engage my mind a little bit more. Because it's like, if you don't use it, you lose it type situation, and I'm quite smart. And I want to make sure I stay that way, basically. And mini goal number 3 under mental is I want to take a course. I don't know what it's going to be about, but I want to sit down and I want to learn something new. Maybe it's going to be how to use Photoshop or how to be real fancy in Final Cut, or something that has to do with my business, or maybe nothing that has to do with my business. I don't know what that's going to be yet. I have emotional written down as mini goal number 2, and the only one I could think of was get back into music, because that is such a soul-fulfilling thing for me. So right now that's all I have written down there because I don't know where I want to run with it, but music. I want to spend time at my piano. I want to sing. I want to maybe see if there's a theater community around here that I can join. I would really, really love to do that. And then physical, this is different from my get in the best shape of my life stuff, but my physical stuff, I want to actually just be taking better care of my appearance. I want to be, I call it getting cute, more. I want to put on some makeup and like do my hair and wear jewelry, even if I'm maybe not leaving the house for any reason, even if it's just my husband's coming home, or even if it's just for me. I want to take a little bit more pride in my appearance, because the weight loss thing is such a self-confidence thing, But I'm also realizing that like I can boost my self-confidence in about a billion other ways as well. And it's the whole package deal. While I'm working on losing weight and getting into the best shape of my life, why not spend a little extra time on your skin? Spend a little extra time every week and take a bath and really treat your muscles well and give it a nice soak and do something that's good for your body, mind, and soul and softens your skin. Things like that. It's just one of those things that's like, I want to take better care of my appearance. That's basically what it is. And then one of my other mini goals for that is to start wearing real clothes 4 days a week, because I can so easily, my housewife wardrobe is literally like yoga pants or workout pants and a sweatshirt most days. And I'm like, you know, it's not that hard to put on jeans or like this. Like, I actually look like a presentable human being today, and that doesn't happen if I'm not filming. And sometimes even when I'm filming, I'm still in pants and a sweatshirt. You know what I mean? So 4 days a week, there's 7 days in a week, which gives me 3 days that I can still lounge around in pajama pants or sweatpants if I want to. 4 days a week, put yourself together, Brianna. Just put yourself together. Look, I even put earrings on for you guys today. I feel so cute. I do. And you know what? It feels great. Why don't I do this more? I don't know. That's why it's one of my goals. Goal number 7. We're almost there, guys. Goal number 7 is to cultivate a closer relationship with God. And that is another goal that is always going to be a goal, because it's never going to be a box that you can check and be like, nope, God and me are perfect. I don't need to work on that relationship anymore. That's not how it works. So cultivating a better relationship with God looks like, for me, I would like to do 3 Bible studies. And this is different from the devotions and prayer time that I do every day. I want to like pick a couple deliberate Bible studies and I want to do them. And it doesn't matter if it's with other people or if it's on my own or if it's online. I just want to learn a little bit more about the Bible and focus on that. So if you have any Bible study suggestions, let me know. Mini goal number 2, and this should have been mini goal number 1, I tell you what, is join a church. We're so close, I think, maybe, possibly, I don't know. We think we found a place we're comfortable. We're not entirely sure yet, and I'll talk about this. I really need to do another Brianna Blooms video, but join a church is a huge goal. I want to join a church. I want to join their worship team. I want to get involved. I want to make friends. I want to do all the things that being in a church family means. That's what I want. And it starts with us picking a church and going all in. So that is a huge goal, huge family goal for the year. And then mini goal number 3 is to develop a healthier prayer life. I don't know what that means yet. I need to be much more deliberate about stopping and praying, or, you know, it's not just about praying in the morning when I'm doing my devotionals, but like, it's okay to pray whenever you feel you need it. It's okay to stop what you're doing and say a prayer. It's okay to say a prayer amid what you're doing. It's just, I'm very good at like compartmentalizing that, like, oh, God time is now, but like when I'm sitting here cursing at my technology in the middle of the day, like that's the perfect time to say, dear God, grant me patience, and just take a breather and pray in the middle of the day. And so I want that prayer is an open communication with God, open line. Always open, always ready to be there, and I want to make sure that I am using that. Goal number 8 is still very vague, but what I wrote down is simplify and beautify the life around me. Home, schedules, routines, stuff. So basically the word that I'm emphasizing here is simplify. And because like I said, I'm getting into no spend, I'm getting into I don't need more clothes, I don't need more beauty stuff, I don't need things. Therefore, I want to actually get rid of things. I'm definitely in a purging period of my life where I want stuff to disappear, and which is hard for me because I like stuff. You know, so I'm in this really weird like push-pull with myself right now of like, oh, but I don't want to get rid of my stuff. I love my stuff, but I don't want my stuff. Does that make sense? So my goal is to just simplify everything. Go through a couple of purges and get rid of things and all that jazz. So I want to minimize, mini goal number 1 is actually minimize the stuff in my house. And that mini goal also has, you know, no spends on beauty. I don't need any special foodstuffs right now. I want to start meal planning because that's going to lessen the amount of random food we have in the house. Things like that. I want to make sure I go through and do a couple of donation times throughout the year where we purge our clothes and our housewares and all the things, and just, it's basically just a giant get rid of all the things and simplify everything. Get real focused on our schedules and keep that all simplified and all that jazz. And basically the reason I want to do that is because when there's less stuff, like I'm starting to believe that less is more. And you know when like you just clean a room and you declutter and you know you got rid of like 4 bags of stuff, you just feel lighter. I'm going for that. That's kind of what I want in life right now. So there you go, 8 goals. I'm sorry this took so long, but those are my big goals for 2020. I also have a list of 100 things I would like to do in 2020 that is located in my other goal planner, the Leonie Dawson Your Shining Life workbook, and everyone's like, how are you using these together? Basically, this is the brainstorm for me focusing down on the other goals. That's basically what this is, because you have community goals and you have, you know, creativity goals and body goals and all of that. And this version is a much more like hippy dippy, woo woo, really just like brainstorm type of thing. And then the power sheets is really like flesh it out, make action steps and go. So that's how I'm kind of using them in conjunction. But my favorite thing about this book is the 100 things to do 100 things to do in 2020. And I only have, I don't have 100. I only have, where am I at? 47 right now. So for example, here are a couple, just so you guys know. Brew kombucha, like my own kombucha. Get a new iPhone, read 20 books, get a facial, 10,000 Instagram followers, contribute $5,000 to the home, go to Florida, send a card to somebody just because, go and use the library, finish one of my little diamond paint by numbers, bake a pie, worship on stage, which means join a worship team, use the pool at the YMCA, donate to a charity, reorganize my linen closet, join a church, read the book Little Women, like little things like that. So what would you guys add to this list? I need more ideas. Let me know. That was long-winded, but there you go. My goals for 2020. Let me know in the comments below what some of your goals are so I can encourage you throughout the year as well. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't joined the Diva and the Divine community, we would love to have you. Go ahead and hit that little red button and don't forget to ring the bell so you get notified every time I upload something new. Don't forget, if you want the deeper dive into my health and wellness video, the link for that will be down below. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Take care. Happy New Year, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!